Do you remember that? That's an old one.
How are you?
Good to see you. Thank you. Good to see you too.
It's my favorite dog. Can I pet her?
No, we're training right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
German Shepherds love me though.
Sorry, not today.
Yes, my dog.
Excellent.
You're staring one correction. Instead, what Shelby is suggesting that you do is each step along the way, does this trigger anything? Oh, it did. Okay, no, I want you to relax. Does this trigger something when I open the door a tiny bit or turn the doorknob? It did? Okay, no, I want you more relaxed. Now when I actually open up the door, does this trigger you? Okay, no, I want you more relaxed. And so you get 3 opportunities to reset her where you want her to be and give more, I'd say, clarity about your standard or expectations for this.
Right.
There's also opportunities for success for her though.
100%. Right. Because
Isn't it? Yeah.
so like all those little moments that we talk about. If I'm just like go up to the door and open it and do everything really fast, chances are I've missed a bunch of the little moments that if she ends up popping off that bed, I probably could have intervened or kept that from happening.
Sure.
You know.
Okay.
So success doesn't always mean that she doesn't do anything that you don't have to correct. Success can mean you managed to go through a whole door interaction here, moving up to it, checking in with her 3 different times, and even if you have to correct her all 3 times and she responds appropriately all 3 times and you have your guests come in and there's no disruption, there's no loading, there's no barking, that's success.
See?
Right.
Yeah.
So
No, I agree.
Even
Yeah.
if there's corrections involved, that's still success.
Yeah.
And then down the line, once that's practice and practice and practice, then all of a sudden you go to your door and you look back and she's not doing any of that stuff.
Mhm.
Then you're at that other success where you don't have to do any corrections, any reminders, or anything like that.
Mhm.
You have a different feel to it.
Sure.
So if you cannot be discouraged if you get her home and you're like, wow, it was great at their place, but she's all revved up here at
Mhm.
home. I would expect that. If you don't get that, I would be thrilled. I would be like, wow, we're super lucky. But I would expect her to be more jazzed up, and that this little role playing thing we just did, I would absolutely do the same thing. Make
Set
sure
it up.
you break it down into
Okay.
little bite-sized pieces where you keep checking in so you can win, because the win for you means success for her, means that you've taught her appropriately what your standards or expectations are with the door and a guest
Mhm,
coming in and all
mhm.
that.
And also just kind of big picture wise, so all those things that we talk about where I'm like, watch her at thresholds, coming in and out of the crate, stuff like that, all those little moments like stack up to kind of influence what way she's gonna lean in bigger situations like this, right? So if I let her get away with little things because they don't seem connected to her charging the front door, and I'm letting her like charge through thresholds or pop out of the crate as soon as I open the door, like all those little moments, if she gets a green light for those, just meaning like, oh, I can do this, and then I try to be on top of her for something like this that actually matters more to her, I'm gonna have a much harder time keeping her in a good space in like these bigger moments. Does that make sense? It's kind of like how we talk about how everything's connected. It's like a big picture like view that you want to take. That's a really good example of it.